welcome to Business This Week on ITV. I am Blessing AG. Apologies for start of the hard chapter. Well, today we'll be looking at something that will benefit you, but the good news is that you don't have to pay for it. It's coming to you free. We're going to be having a business class today. You may have been racking your brain, what kind of business can I do that will require small capital but yet be profitable? All right, we got you covered in that. Like I said, it's going to be a class today. We'll have a business coach in the studio that will take you through all of that, make you know the kind of business you will do that will be profitable but yet require small capital. But that will be after a roundup of business activities for the week. Stay tuned. Thank you for staying with us. Now, usually when we have a show to teach you something, I say welcome to class. So, I'm going to introduce to you our coach for today is Tres Usai Omokari, who's a business coach. Welcome, Tres, to the show.
Welcome, thank you.
It's been a while. Like, the last time you were here, it seemed like 2-3 years back.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I was still with the South Innovation Hub there.
Okay, so it's good to have you here once again.
Thank you.
So what are we
mine.
going to learn into this class?
Okay, today we're going to be talking about profitable businesses you can start with little or no capital. You know, because most times when you talk to people, why are you not doing business? The first thing you hear from them is the fact that the capital is not there. So we hope that by the end of this conversation, people will be able to take a decision on how they can do some kind of businesses with very minimal capital. I want to use the word minimal, not no capital.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's very comforting for a lot of persons because, like you just mentioned, when you ask why are you not in business, they give you the excuse of there is no money or they don't have enough money. So can we know some of the businesses that one can start that require little capital?
Okay. Yeah. In our conversation before now, I actually said I was going to do a teaching.
Okay.
So based on that, I may not want to just go ahead and just list out the businesses because truly there are a lot of hurdles. There are a lot of internal motivations that need to be in place before one will be able to sustain a business. It's not enough to just start a business because it seems profitable. If you don't deal with a lot of the whys before the business, there's a possibility of you falling back. If we just sit down here and just read out a list of some of those businesses, people are going to run into it. And after a while, they run back and say that show was a flop. You know, so
let's not put the cat before the horse.
You know, like how much time do we have?
Oh, classes started and we have enough time to.
So I want to start by just first doing some definitions, simple definitions. Then I'll run out through the why, and then we'll go straight to the business. After we itemize the business, then we'll talk about the step-by-step processes you can follow through to start this business.
If I were you, hold on, Tres. If I were you at this moment, I would get pen and paper to take notes because trust me, this really is class. But the good thing is you're not paying for it, but don't take it for granted. All right, let's begin.
Okay, first of all, we're talking about a profitable business. It means the business must have enough margin between your expense and your income so that you have enough to take good care of yourself. That's what it means to say the business is profitable. Because truth is, a lot of people are doing business, they are just engulfed in activities. When they take time to really know their numbers, they'll realize that they are not making profits. So what we'll be talking about today are businesses that will be profitable, that have enough margin between your expense and income. Then, when we say something is qualified to be called a business, it means it's an exchange of value. It means there is some kind of value you're going to come up with that will be needed by another set of persons who are in need of that value in a desperate manner that they are willing to pay for it. They are not just willing, they are also able to pay for it. You know, I see young people a lot of times tell you, I have an innovative idea. No, there's a difference between innovation and invention.
Okay.
You could be inventive. You're coming up with something that never existed before. But when you say something is innovative, it means the thing is solving a problem.
Okay.
And is solving a problem for a people who are willing and able to pay for it. Until that idea is able to solve problem in a way that I, who have the challenge, I'm willing to pay for it, you are not yet in business.
Okay.
You know. Then thirdly, we said small capital. I'm just taking the little definition of the topic.
Okay.
It means there's going to be some sort of investment from your end.
Okay.
There's going to be some sort of investment from your end. You know, so those are the basic definitions. Then I'll go to why do business exist? Let's take this scenario. For instance, you come into the city, you know nowhere and you have nobody and you needed to eat. You land in the airport, you can't find a restaurant, you need food. It means what you need to do is to begin to knock from door to door looking for food.
Okay.
And meanwhile, there is somebody who has the capacity to cook and it needs people to buy. This person is also looking for buyers. You are looking for food to eat. Somebody who is cooking is looking for buyer. You know, it means when that person who is cooking is able to create a gap between, is able to bridge the gap between you who need food and he or she who is cooking, then we say a business exists. So business actually exists to deal with the frictions of the market.
Okay.
It means there's always a demand, there's always a need. You know, so once that need exists, a business exists to deal with that need. And you and I know that in life there is consistent need. When you think you have gotten there, there's a need for improvement.
Okay.
When you improve, there's a need for further improvement.
Okay, because
you know, so
demand may just have more needs.
Yes, more needs are always there. You know, then another thing I want to tell people is the fact that you are already in business.
Even if you're not doing business?
Yes.
How?
You know, we talked about the fact that business is exchange of value.
Yes.
It means there's something you are trading.
Okay.
And you're getting something in return.
Okay.
The challenge is that a lot of us who are working somewhere, which is what we will call intrapreneurship, don't see themselves as people in business. But you're actually in business. The only thing is that what you are trading at the moment is your time.
Okay.
You're trading your time. Somebody pays you for 8 to 4. It means that time you have sold it. It becomes robbery when you use that time for something else.
Okay.
You know, because you're selling that time. So you are in business. So you maximize that time for that organization. The organization grows and consistently pay you for the time. That's why when they are firing you, they will tell you they are no longer in need of your service. It means you have been offering service. Now they are no longer in need of your service. And we just said that business is exchange of value. So whether or not you are an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur, which means doing your business or you're working for an organization, you are already in business. When you work with this mindset, it will help you to recalibrate. It will help you to understand why you must give the best of value at every point in time. You know, and don't make the mistake to think that you're working for somebody else.
A lot of persons have that mindset. It's not my job, I'm working for somebody. I don't think the best.
When you have that mindset, you train yourself negatively. You say, it's not my job, it's not my business. But the truth of the matter is, 10 years, 20 years down the line, when you leave that job, you have spent 20 years to train yourself in a way that you are escaping responsibilities. Now you are now faced with life. Those responsibilities are coming back. You are unprepared.
One of the responsibilities, I would think, punctuality.
So when I left the bank, for instance, when I left the bank, I intentionally looked for a school for my children that will still require me to wake up the same time I used to wake up while I was going to the bank.
Why did you do that?
Because I needed to keep that consistency. So till date, my day starts 4 o'clock. If I sleep too late, my day will start 5 o'clock. Because after my early morning spiritual activities, I'll join my wife in taking care of the children and packaging them for school. And the school that my children attend, their gate is closed by 7:30. it means you must be there before that time. While I was working for somebody else, I trained myself.
Okay.
Today, it's easy for me.
Okay.
I get to my office most time before 7:30. If I was not the boss, I still will get to my office that time because I have trained myself like that.
Okay.
But imagine if I work in the public space, civil servants.
Okay.
You get to, sometimes if I have to do something in the morning, I haven't done all of those my routine. I say, oh, let me dash to this office to quickly do something. When you get there to 8, the place is like a ghost town. You know, they start coming to work by 8:30, 9 o'clock. Some, even the guys are coming around 10 o'clock and all of that. The truth is, you are not working for anybody. You are training yourself because you are already in business. You are mismanaging your time. And your subconscious is recording something that this is what you validate.
And it becomes a pattern.
It becomes a pattern for you. Okay, that is that. Then, so why do you need to work with this perception that you are in business? And if you are not, for instance, you're not working for anybody, you are not employed at all, these are some reasons why you need to consider getting into a business. Because the truth is, in life, you could, for us in Africa, whether you work or not, we live a communal life.
Okay.
We need a communal life. You hear things like urgent 2K. You hear things like make I show.
Okay.
You could still do that around here and people take care of you. But you know that's not a dignifying life.
Okay.
The only dignifying life you can have is a life where you are giving value in exchange for value.
Okay.
That's, no matter how small that amount is, just ensure that every day you are giving value in exchange for value.
Okay.
You know, and the Bible said something. It said, for every labor, there is profit.
Okay.
For every labor, there is profit. So doing business is the most dignifying way to live.
Because at least you can take care of your basic needs.
Basic needs, yes. And the truth is, well, maybe as we go, I'll share more example.
Right.
Then the capacity you bring to bear in every business you engage in, the capacity you bring to bear determines what you earn.
Okay.
So you could come into an organization with a strategy of volunteering. For instance, I have a lady who joined us a few days back. She just chatted me up. Oh, sir, I was in that conference when you came to teach. She did a screenshot of my book. I bought this, your book, but at the moment, I want to volunteer to work for you.
Okay.
I didn't have any vacancy, but because she used the word volunteer, I told myself, of course, she can have some value. I said, okay, let's talk about this tomorrow, because she chatted me up over the weekend. We talked on Sunday. On Monday, she was in my office. I sat her down to look at what she can bring to bear and all of that. I will see that she has some accounting, but she just finished writing her exam in ICANN.
Okay.
I said, it means beyond what you told me you're going to do, you can also work in our accounting unit.
Okay.
She's bringing value. I have told myself, even though I have not told her, she came to volunteer. But I can't allow her volunteer, spending transport, coming to my office every day at the end of the month and not pay her something. You understand? Imagine if she has sat at home and saying, I'm looking for a job. She understands the fact that she has some level of expertise. She can use this expertise to help, to create value. Even though in her consciousness, she's going to do it for free, volunteering. But I know that. And I have a lot I can do with her, just with her accounting background, with the other skills she came up with. I have a lot of businesses I can tie around her that can generate her nothing less than 50 to 100,000 naira.
So in a way, she's starting a business now, not knowing.
That's it. And without money.
Okay.
Because she came with a skill. You know. So then, I also said something here. The competence and expertise with which you deliver your job will determine the caliber of people you work for. The Bible said, do you see a man who is diligent in his business? It says such a man will stand before kings. It means when you are an expert, you don't just serve ordinary people. You serve king. kings. And the good things about serving kings is the fact that kings will recommend you to fellow kings.
Okay.
You can see it. Then the caliber of people you serve, of course, determines how much you earn.
Okay.
Then another thing I wrote down is that your capacity to serve these people globally.
Okay.
Because the way things work today, the world is a global village.
Of course.
You don't need to be in Lagos to serve people in Lagos.
Yes.
You don't need to be in Dallas to serve people in Dallas.
Yes.
You know, so imagine, because the truth is you can never be richer than the financial capacity of the people you're serving.
Okay, so because they're the ones who will pay for your service.
Yes.
All right.
If I have a product that can only serve Edo people, for instance, I cannot be richer than the capacity of Edo people.
Okay.
But imagine if I have a product that can serve the entire Nigeria.
Okay.
I cannot be richer than the capacity of Nigerians. But look at the richest people in the world. Their products serve the world.
Okay.
Jeff Bezos, Amazon. You can buy anything from Amazon from anywhere you are in the world. So
Yes.
the richest people on earth have products and services that serve the world.
Okay.
You know, so you see, it's a progression. It's a progression, but don't think of the top and refuse to start.
Okay.
That's where
You must
a lot
not
of people,
neglect yourself at the beginning.
start from where you are.
Okay.
They will say think global,
Okay.
start local.
Conquer your immediate environment
Yes,
first. All
and
right.
generate traction there, generate feedbacks, generate reviews that help you to sell to the others. You know, I think having dealt with this, we can now go ahead to look at some of these businesses that we've talked about.
Okay.
You know, before I go there, I also noticed that some people have negative mindset about entrepreneurs.
Okay.
People will tell you all these entrepreneurs, they are thieves. Entrepreneurs, they are ripping everybody off. But I have one kind of unholy respect for entrepreneurs.
Why?
Because I believe that entrepreneurs are fathers of the society.
How?
Whether you are a woman or a man entrepreneur, you can imagine how many families feed because this station exists.
Okay.
You can imagine how many families feed. I know a lot of young graduates that are doing Uber,
Okay.
Taxify, all of these car sharing
Okay.
app, because somebody risked their entire investment to build an app. You know, having built that, you see people, professors abroad drive cab
Okay.
because someone took the risk to do that. It has created income for multiple families.
Okay.
So such a person, of course, the way the world works, because you face the problems of the world to solve it, the market understands that you are coming with huge value. The market pays you back in return.
Okay, because you were actually solving the problem.
Massive problem. You know, we talked about it before that entrepreneurship is business is solving a problem for
Yes.
people who are willing and able to pay for it. So when you solve it, the market pays you back handsomely.
Okay.
That's why it looks like entrepreneurs are ripping people off. You see one man own
If you flip it, if you're not being paid, you're not solving the problem.
No, you could, if you look at it, sometimes some of these entrepreneurs also solve problems that may not pay them
Okay.
through their foundations
Okay.
and all of that. That's like what we call the corporate social responsibility.
Okay.
But the truth is, they have to be paid by the value they give out,
Okay.
and enough to build a foundation that takes care of some
Okay.
values that
Okay.
they may not necessarily earn from.
Okay. But what I was actually looking at is if a person begins a business and the person is saying nobody's willing to pay for my
Yes,
service,
then you have to
the service
sit back
is not solving
and
the problem.
review your service.
Okay.
Check whether you are solving the problem for
Okay.
the right kind of person.
Okay.
Because when you're solving the problem and you're solving it better than those, because the truth is, every problem you see have existed for a while.
Okay.
The people have been solving it in a certain way.
Okay.
You know, so when you come and say, I want to solve this problem, it means you have to solve it better,
Okay.
deliver it in a faster way, and possibly in a cheaper manner.
Okay.
Because if you don't do that, people will ask themselves, why don't I just stay put with the person I've been engaging with? So that's why it looks like you're coming into an industry. You are not getting the feedback in positive affirmation. So let's look at some of the list of this business. You know, somebody said the best investment you can make is to invest in yourself. So I said the first business you can do with little or no capital is the you business.
You business.
When I say you business, what I mean is that you become the products. You become the products.
How?
For instance, I've captured all of my experiences in my work life. I captured it in a book. That book is selling. I'm not there. That's information marketing. All of those experiences I've gathered in my years in working in the bank, in working in the telecom sector, is in building my own businesses, in helping young people to also build businesses. All of those experiences qualifies me to consult for businesses today. I am the product. I don't need an office for a start. I have an office because I've come to a certain level and I now begin to receive some. But if I still do not have an office, I can go to any city today, just announcing my activities and engagement over social media. I can start to deal because I am the product. So every human that God created us with a gift and a talent that we can harness, develop to become a skill, and use that skill to begin to develop products and services to sell. So at the moment, I don't have a job. It's not a legitimate excuse.
Because you definitely have a skill.
Yes. When COVID started, I started a YouTube channel. And the first video I released in that YouTube channel was demystifying work. I said, if you have worked in a place for more than 6 months and you put in the efforts, you are not one of those that will say, this is not my job. I was not paid for this. I won't do this. If you put in the effort, if you went into the workplace with a learning mindset, you can do that same job when you are sacked or when the organization shuts down for any reason. Because you went there to learn. I used to tell people, while I was in the bank, I was in operations. But when there is a new product, I don't only just study the new product. Sometimes I go out there to be among the first to test it. I remember there are several times my manager will call me to come and do a training on a product. I am not a marketer. When a product is released, the first set of people, though they send the product document to everybody, but majority will not take time to read because that is not my job. But I was in an environment to learn, because even before I entered the bank, in the course of my interview, I remember telling the interviewer that I'm coming into the bank for 5 years because I needed the experience. What I'm doing today is what I have always known that I was going to do. But the thing is, I ask myself, when people say, who is he? What is his background? I want to be able to say that I have a background in banking. So that equipped me to be able to serve. So I went into that industry learning.
To gain experience.
Do you know that in school I actually studied mass communication? I actually studied mass communication. So I was trained for this. But what I saw was different from this. But do you know that as we speak now in my business, as we've been iterating and going through different curves, we are gradually coming back into
what
TV production and all of that. So every opportunity you have to work. See, I say job is apprenticeship with salary.
Apprenticeship with salary.
Miles Moreau said job is you with being paid to learn. Somebody else is paying you and teaching you to work for them.
So it doesn't matter the expertise you bring into the job, there's something new that you can learn.
And always take away
right.
from it. So that is the first business you can do with or without money, the you business.
Okay.
Invest the money in yourself,
All right.
harness your skill,
Okay.
and come up with something that you can exchange with the world.
Okay.
Then you can develop a sales and marketing agency. One thing a lot of people run away from is sales and marketing.
Because it seems like it's very hard to persuade people.
That is it. But imagine if you tell yourself, this is my capital for my business, 50,000 naira. I'm going to use it to train myself on sales and marketing. Who are the best of the best in this industry? Because today, people are in Lagos, people are in US, people are in UK, who can pay you right here in Benin
Okay.
to manage their platforms
Okay.
and help them to sell.
Okay.
You know, and one good thing about mastering sales, I remember reading one of Kiyosaki's book. He said when he came on air like this, the broadcaster introduced him as, oh, make welcome best-selling author Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Towards the end of the session, the broadcaster asked, what one skill do you think I should learn at this time?
Okay.
And he said, I would recommend that you go learn sales and marketing. And this broadcaster, I think she's even a PhD holder. She said, no, because there's this perception that marketing is demeaning.
Okay.
She said, how can I go at this age? He said, but when I came here, what did you introduce me as? Best-selling author.
Okay.
Irrespective of what you're doing, if you can't sell, you are in trouble. You see it? So, selling. And to be frank, a lot of businesses are struggling today because they have viable product, but they are not selling.
Okay.
So imagine when you come to meet a business person and you say, I can help you sell.
Okay.
Pay me nothing, but for everything I sell, I take a commission. Are you sure that person will be thinking whether to hire you or not?
That's what a lot of businesses do for marketers, is like based on commission.
Yeah. So, but the truth is, a lot of people who take that job are not equipped for it. They take it because that seems to be the only thing available
for them. Yes.
But imagine if you have invested some money on yourself to
Okay.
equip yourself for that kind of role.
To learn the skill.
You will not look for a job. You will. That's why I called it. I didn't just say go and learn marketing. I said build a sales and marketing agency.
Okay.
After a while, you're going to secure such deals, get people together, train them, and get them to implement your instructions.
Okay.
Once the company is making money, you are making money.
Okay.
Excellent. So you don't need to do much. You know, under these sales and marketing, there's what is called affiliate marketing.
Okay.
There are a lot of real estate companies in Benin today.
Okay.
Their flyers are everywhere. Imagine if you call all of them and seal a deal with them. I want to sell your properties. For every one I sell, I take a percentage.
Okay.
Of course, no one will turn it down because you are not asking them to pay you anything.
Okay.
Then you go ahead and create a flyer.
Okay.
Call it whatever you want to call it. This real estate company. You don't have a land though.
Okay.
Then you collate all their properties.
Okay.
And you're advertising on your social media
So
platforms.
you're affiliating with the real businesses.
Yes,
Okay.
people will call you. You take them to these people. Immediately they buy, you get your commission.
Okay.
For instance, part of one of our services is that we help businesses to do CAC registration.
Okay.
We have people in Auchi, Epoma, some other people outside of town who have stickers on their walls.
Okay.
CAC registration.
Okay.
You go there, you talk with them, they take all your information, they send to us. We do the business registration, we send back to them, they make money from it.
Okay.
They don't know how to do it, but they are making money from it. So you can sell things you really don't know how to do
Okay.
because you have equipped yourself in sales and marketing.
Okay.
So you actually can start a sales and marketing agency with or without money. That's two.
Smart. That's really, really smart.
And you can sell people's products. There are even affiliate marketing platforms online
Okay.
where there are products and services where you can register and start to share those products. You have a link that's unique to you. Everybody that buys through that link, you get paid.
Okay.
You know, then, third, there is this self-publishing You can become a self-publishing expert. There's Amazon.
Okay.
You know, in this city alone, there are influencers. There are people who are doing a lot.
Okay.
Imagine if you walk up to somebody and you say, sir, everything you have been doing is awesome. I would like to put all this together and author a book for you.
And the person says, go ahead.
Go ahead, because the person will give you all the information you need. You put them together and you author that book and host it on Amazon.
Okay.
Everyone that they sell, you get paid for it.
Okay.
You can do this for yourself also.
Okay.
You can do this for yourself. Do you know, this is shocking, when I found it out, do you know that on Amazon, in the US, UK, and in Europe,
yes,
people buy exercise book from Amazon?
Right. Okay.
Exercise book, we buy them on the streets.
Okay.
What does it cost to create an exercise book? What is in an exercise book?
It's nothing.
Back page and lines.
Like,
And
right,
if you go on Amazon, people have exercise books they have created on Amazon and they are selling it $5. And you see some of them have sold 1,000 copies, 3,000 copies. That could be you.
Okay. Maybe because they don't want to go to the store to start looking for
Yes,
things.
no, the truth is, in their environment, that's the best way to buy things.
Okay.
People rather order for it and they deliver it to them.
Okay.
That's an exercise book with the back page, front page, and lines with nothing written
So
inside.
even if you can't even author a book, you could do that.
You can create exercise books. You can create journal. You can create journals where people can download. This is a diary, it's empty, everything inside, I wrote it. You can create it and put it on Amazon.
Okay.
And the good thing is, once you create it on Amazon, people can order for a hard copy.
Okay.
Amazon will download, print, and deliver to them.
So you don't even necessarily have to make it in hard copy.
At all. Just design it and upload it. All you need to do now is to spend maybe 5, 10, 20,000 to go and learn how to publish on Amazon.
Okay.
And the links are there, the informations are there, it's free.
Wow.
So, you know, when I use that word, that when you say, I am not employed, I don't have a job in 21st century, you are insulting yourself. Because there are too much opportunities that you need to take care of. You need to just, then you can create, you can be a YouTuber.
Okay.
Like I said, I created my YouTube during the COVID-19. You know, but when you talk about YouTube, people think that, what do I know that I want to share? They said, in the land of the blind, a one-eyed man is the king.
Yes.
All you need to be qualified to teach is to know a little more than a set of people in a particular area.
Okay.
You don't need to be the best. The people that are sharing their thoughts on YouTube, most of them are still learning. In fact, they are learning while they are sharing. Okay. And the good thing is that once your YouTube gains momentum, this YouTube itself pays you.
Okay.
Shocking to see. I went online and tried to generate the statistics. Do you know that CNN in the year 2021 earned $1.7 billion in revenue from ads? But guess what? YouTube earned 28.8 billion from ads.
So much more.
So it means YouTube can be like 25 CNN.
Yes.
And CNN existed.
CNN will spend.
Yes. And YouTube does not pay as much salary as CNN is paying.
Wow.
Because the truth is, technology is revolutionizing a lot of industry.
Okay.
Some of those banks, some of those fintech you have on your phone, some of them are bigger than our traditional banks already.
Okay. By their worth.
By their worth, by their value.
Okay.
You know, there is one that I didn't put here, even for us locally here.
Okay.
A business person came to my office yesterday. I will not want to mention the name of their brand. I was talking about this POS business.
Yes.
He said their brand, they give people POS. And if you begin to meet a certain level, they give you loan to operate the POS, which means they're giving you the POS. You don't even have cash to operate. if you can source for cash from anywhere and start transaction, when you hit certain milestone, you can get a loan from that app there.
To support
Yeah, they just credit you 200,000.
Okay.
You do business with it. Every day you make your own profits, they take their own. Once
that's
you are
something within a local environment.
you see it. So there are things to be done. We just, if you are not engaged at this moment, this is not to insult you. To be frank, there's a level of laziness.
Okay.
It could be mental, it could be physical, but there's a level of laziness. So YouTube today, do you know that the youngest earner on YouTube is still a child of about 9 years old or thereabouts?
Wow, I'm wondering what that child is doing.
The child is creating content for children of our age, cartoons. Do you know this child became so successful as a YouTuber, the parents resigned. They are working for her. I think it's a he, I can't remember. Because what's the essence? This guy earns nothing less than $26 million a year.
Well, these are mind-blowing figures that when you hear about them,
you see it. Like, wow. So why will the mommy be going to work when you can help the dog, the son to hold camera and help him to create content?
Okay, if we go on and on, I'm sure there are so many other businesses. Can we just get a last one?
Okay, I will just say, let me just list the rest. Maybe I will not explain. Okay. Course creation. You can create courses online.
Okay, if you're a teacher, that's something teachers could do.
Yes.
Easily.
If you're already a teacher in a school, that subject that you are doing, you can turn it into a course. And you'll be here in Nigeria and teaching somebody in the US who buys your product, your courses online, and they pay you.
E-learning.
Yes. Do you know that the e-learning industry, as at 2021, was worth $250 billion and is projected to be worth $457.8 billion in 2026.
Wow.
So which means people are actually focusing on self-training. Does it surprise you that majority of universities abroad are now creating virtual versions of their courses? And they're targeting Africans, you know. So that is another one is copywriting. Copywriting. You know, some of you are very good at writing. You can write. Before I came here, on LinkedIn, a particular lady, one Chinonso Agodi, shared something. She said, I just finished a writing job, 40 writing jobs in 90 days. Meaning she had 40 jobs given to her on LinkedIn that she completed in 90 days. That is someone putting her capacity to write to work as a business. You know, and this is something that some of us can do. So why on earth are you not turning that into a business?
Well, knowledge is power. So having gained this knowledge today, I'm guessing a lot of persons are like, oh, so I didn't know I could do this. Particularly for those who are teachers already and like, oh, I don't get paid enough at the school I teach, and getting to know that you could have even more students internationally and gain a lot from that, a lot of value from the service that you offer. Now, if I leave Tress, I know Tress will give us so many businesses that you can actually do to make money. But we're running out of time. I'm sure that even if there's just one business you could learn today, that should be enough. Working with someone, volunteering for someone, and even learning the skill of the business and then starting up your own. That's something. It's mind-blowing, the figures that you were giving over there.
Of course.
Of people
they are all verifiable.
Online and all of that. Some things online, you wonder like, how much does it pay at the end of the day for what they do? But the what Tress has just made us know so much can be made online. Really, the figures are mind-blowing. I'm still thinking about the part of the exercise book that you mentioned. You don't even need to put anything beyond designing a wonderful cover.
You actually can even put a journal with no lines, empty paper. Just create the back, create the front, and create the number of. They will buy it for $2, $3. Imagine if 100.
Some of this business that you've itemized, some of them require that you must be internet savvy.
Majority of them, but the truth is, in the 21st century, if you are not internet savvy, you don't need to be savvy, but you just need to be interested. If you don't engage technology in the 21st century, you are like someone in the 19th, 20th century who said, I don't need to be literate when it comes to reading and writing.
Okay.
Because at that age, you needed to be literate to be able to at least attract some level of relevance. Today, you need to be tech-enabled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And a lot of persons have smartphones. A lot of persons have access to the internet. So that's something that you could learn. You could learn by yourself, step by step. I know that there are a lot of videos on how to do certain things online.
Yes,
you could actually watch. And you could, maybe the money you pay or you spend doing some things that don't add value to you, you could look for an expert to train you in this area. Thank you very much, our business coach, Tres Mokaro, for coming on the show today. Now, if you were to pay for this, there are so many seminars that you can go to. I don't want to tell you how much you'll be charged for this, but all of it came to you free today, courtesy of Independent Television. You need to just say your big thank you to management of Independent Television and also to the business coach that we had today, Tres Mokaro. It's been a wonderful show. I wish we had more time to just know more businesses. And I guess the handle to follow Tres is at Tres
Caro. At Tres Caro.
At Tres
All
Caro.
my social media handles just
on all
at
social
Tres
media
Caro.
platforms at Tres Caro. My name is Blessing AG. Enjoy your weekend.